Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over on the YouTube account and we want to look at a couple things that are going on right now with the game, including another possible hero that is going to be awakened in 2024. That's right, we might get another iteration, and I want to go through Dolly's dialogue, but when we start looking at the lineup of the last couple of heroes really that we've gotten, it's been kind of incredible when you look at the build, when you look at the heroes and really the strength. So thinking of the awakened version of Thorin and looking at Randy right here, that's right, didn't call him Randall or Randall, but overall looking at Randy, kind of crazy with the dynamic with the build of these heroes. Then of course we've seen the release of Nox. Very, very important hero to build. We know there is another new Mauler that's coming up in the test server. Again, it seems like it's a combination of the insta-kill that we've seen once upon a time from Ezio. Super incredibly effective. We see some buffs, we see some damage, seeing a lot of things that are coming out of the hero. So the next Mauler that is coming out is going to be super strong. And overall, we know that he is going to be one to build. Seems like even over on the test server that he is doing pretty well so far, even though it's only been a day ever since he came out. We know on the regular server or the global server that we are going to see the patch notes come up on Monday, traditionally like we see. And then Tuesday is going to be the release. Now, one of the questions that I got and one of the concerning things is this is Dolly's dialogue from the test server. So let me read through this. So ever since the goddess returned from the outer cosmos to Asperia, we know right off the bat, goddess returned from the cosmos to Asperia. We know right off the bat that is Moriel. Now we're going to go ahead. We're going to look through Moriel. The Hippo assault has been halted. Could she be, knowing it's a girl, could she be the final missing puzzle piece of Dura's prophecy? So again, the speculation with this is going to be the awakened version, and it is not confirmed at this point, but it is going to be the awakened version of Moriel, which I don't know exactly how the whole story kind of plays into it, but this is the speculation that I'm hearing from a lot of different players. Some were saying earlier, I know on the live stream, I believe last week, that it was going to be Oscar. We know it turned out to not be Oscar. It turned out to be the new Mauler hero that we got, but overall, it seems like we are going to be getting the awakened version of Moriel, which if you remember, even for a significant while ago, we did get Gavis and we did get Eugene together. Now, because they have said that we'd run, the full iteration within a year's time, technically, and again, thinking of techniques and thinking of timing, when we look at this heroes, when we got Eugene, when we got Gavis, it was actually December of 2023. So these heroes have already been a year in the making, which makes sense again, that in the iteration of having both a Celestial and a Hypo hero that released at the last December, that this December, it would be another another Celestial hero, which again, players are speculating. Players are saying that it is going to be the awakened version of Moriel. We don't know if that is going to be true. I'm still waiting for confirmation to see exactly what that looks like. Now, in addition, that could also mean if they're going to run the same order, meaning after we see a Celestial, then of course they're going to wait their 2 months. Then we're going to see an awakened Hypo hero. Now, interesting enough, a lot of players are kind of speculating that it might just be another Hypo hero because there's not a lot that fit into the story that players were talking about, but also dealing with time and everything else. It could be someone like Zolrath, but let me know in the comments who you guys are thinking. Or I know a lot of players also speculated that it could be someone like Maetria, which was just literally out of the dark. There is no non-awakened version of this hero. It's kind of crazy with, again, the heroes they've been releasing, including getting our copy or getting the new hero right here with Skylin. So when you even think of the impact of all of the regular heroes that we've gotten in the last few releases, it's kind of crazy how many of these have went meta and how many of them are very high and really some of the best in slot. Even thinking of a hero like Misha, a lot of utility and a lot of different game modes. We're seeing a lot of play with the majority of these heroes. Almost all of the ones that we've been seeing in recent releases, they have been just really running out and dropping a lot of super strong heroes. And it seems like time and time again, we are getting very strong heroes. But we know if we're getting our new Mauler hero and then the next one is going to be an awakened hero, we're going to need some resources in there, which again, I love, honestly, in my opinion, that I skipped Skyline in the entirety. Not even going to try, not even going to attempt, not even going to go in for anything, because when we start looking at our time emblems, still have 615 in here. That means we're going to have more than enough. We know it's been roughly taking about 400. If you caught the video where we did the summons on Mickey's account, that is about how many time emblems that it did take to go ahead and do the summons, about 4 to 450 to get that awakened hero. Now, in addition, when we start looking at other things such as the Oaken, the ability to get furniture for all these heroes, we are still trying to play catch up and still really continuously playing catch up through the workshop, through everyone else. Finally got Nox up to 9 stars or 9 pieces of furniture, meaning that we can drop the hero out. But even looking at some of them, like our Dragon Io hero trying to build out land, that's the reason why, again, even if I get more of these emblems in here, I'm not going to build Skyland. I'm going to completely skip it because we know land, I still need one more copy to get Mythic Plus. And then, of course, as the heroes continue to progress and as we continue to get more and more heroes into AFK Arena, for a lot of players, it's very stressful and very difficult to build them, including myself. I know a lot of players had also kind of mentioned that even on an account like mine, where we're at almost 2.5 trillion combat rating, it's still incredibly difficult with the time and effort that we do put in here. Now, of course, with that comes the farming of the campaign. You'll see I'm on 6536 right now. We have been just grinding through a lot of the campaign progression, starting to get a lot more higher in chapters. And the reason being, when we start looking at the campaign, is all of the loot that is here that we need. Some of this, of course, including right here, some of our elemental cores. We do need to get some of the cores out of here. We need to get more of our poke coins. We need to get everything when it comes to really building out and making progression in here. And I'm doing the exact same thing with the towers. We've gotten to the point where we're farming the towers up kind of really, really religiously, trying to cap all of these towers out in the entirety. We're already at 1250, as you can see, the lowest. Have a lot of room to move in the King's Tower, which also means making progression in here, you can get a lot of resources, a lot of loot, including diamonds. Diamonds, of course, with our Awakened Heroes is going to unlock the Stargazer. That way we can use the diamonds in the Stargazer to finish out those Awakened Heroes to add 1 star in there. So again, it's kind of crazy to think, everything we have going on. And even now, we have the Mystic Starzone that is up right now. They did make a comment, and we are waiting to see what kind of adjustment they're going to make in the future when it comes to this Mystic Starzone, because essentially there's going to be a point where they're going to have to add more heroes to the chest that we're getting out of this game mode, and it's going to make a big difference. You can see we're farming right here. It's all shielded, doing pretty well. The round ends in 47 hours, but overall, getting the chests out of there do make a difference. Again, resources, everything else to get this chest, but they've also talked about adding additional heroes within this hero fragment chest. I'm assuming it's going to be a secondary chest, because I don't feel like if you've been stocking and if you've been saving up these heroes or even these chests, that they're not just going to go ahead and throw some extra heroes in here. Majority of the time, they might keep these same heroes in the new chest, but they might fragment new heroes as well. So I'm not sure exactly what that's going to look like for all of the heroes that we have kind of fragmented across all of AFK Arena. But very cool to see that we are going to be getting some new heroes like we always do every 2 weeks, like clockwork, and it could be the awakened version of Muriel. Definitely wanted to share it with you guys so you can check it out. So guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.